Hi all, welcome to today's video. So today mainly we are going to discuss about the fourth step called modeling. So in modeling, what are all the main topics which we are going to see today? It is actually very important. So if you see, we are learning about artificial intelligence, right? So artificial intelligence has many it has many other fields which is related to that, but we should not try to confuse it, right? So for example, there is the main thing, right? So we are learning about artificial intelligence. So I would say yeah, this the big circle, right? If you see, whichever thing, it can be of any rule based or it can be a learning based model, learning based approach. So this I would say it as a AI. It is a broad category. Okay, so it has everything inside, and after inside that, if you see inside the AI, we have all the ML related. Okay, machine learning. So second thing is machine learning. Okay, because machine learning is nothing but when we give data to a machine, it starts learning from that data, and from its past experiences it will start learning. Okay, so that we call it as ML, and inside that ML we have another subtopic, like we can call it as deep learning. Okay, so this is called artificial intelligence, which is the main thing, and inside we have different small branches, which is a machine learning, and inside machine learning the most advanced is deep learning. Okay, so deep learning means this we can see in this video everything in detail. Okay, so just try to understand this Venn diagram. So everything all these three are not different, it is all three are same, but try to know it is AI means artificial intelligence means it does not only deals about modeling, training the model. It has all the related terms, right? Like rule based, like if when we are using a if else condition based model, so that also comes under AI. Okay, and anything. So AI, ML and deep learning, so these three terms which we are going to look today. Okay, yeah. So coming here, I would say first as we all discussed, right? So AI is a very broad term. Okay, and it refers to any technique that enables machine to mimic human intelligence. So whichever machines are trying to be intelligence like humans. Okay, so how we humans are more intelligent, because based on our past experiences, we learn from our past experiences and we try to optimize the way we think, and we do not want to repeat our mistakes. So in the same way, machines are also trying to learn and they are trying to become more intelligent. When we give them the data and we start training that particular model, it starts learning from that data, and once it is trained, we give them test data. Okay, so based on the test data, it will give the desired result. So if it is not getting the desired result, what we have to do, we have to train the model again with the more and accurate and authentic data. So like that way, based on the result, we again go back to our data and we just train the model again. So this is not like a manual intervention, the machine itself starts learning. Okay, so if the desired result is not coming, it will try to optimize itself. Okay, so that is how humans, like humans, even machines are becoming more intelligent. Okay, that you try to understand. Okay, and AI systems, they can also think logically, like how we humans are able to think logically. They are also able to think logically and make decisions and solve problems. So this is very important in current days. Okay, so for everything, manual intervention is not at all required. Even logically, thinking logically, machines can do. They can make the decisions based on the factual data available with them, and they are able to solve the problem. Okay, this is how they are trying to, machines are trying to mimic the human intelligence, and AI can work using the rules or by learning from data. This is another broad category which I will try to explain in the upcoming videos. So for example, in artificial intelligence, we have rule based chatbot that replies using the predefined rules. Okay, so it can be anything. Okay, rule based, if we want to train a machine, we can do accordingly. So in olden methods, right, we use a if else condition. So for example, if the traffic light is green, then go. If traffic light is red, stop. So we give these type of conditions, and based on this condition it will set the output accordingly. So this we call it as a rule based. And by learning based means we do not have to define the output. Okay, so we just have to provide the data, and the model itself start training itself, and based on the output which is expected, it will again and again try to re-optimize itself. Okay, so that we call it as learning from the data. Okay, and coming to the next term, so this everything, right, whether it can be a rule based approach or it can be a learning based approach, so everything falls under a broad category of artificial intelligence. This we call it as artificial intelligence. Okay, then we move on to the second. So that is what I am trying to show in this diagram. If you see, the broad umbrella is the artificial intelligence. This is the Venn diagram which we can refer to how each are related to each other. Okay, and second part is machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of AI. Yes, it is a subset of AI, and it allows machines to learn from data and improve with the experience. Okay, so here the main difference, right, here it is not rule based. Okay, the main difference is it is not rule based. We are not going to set any predefined conditions. That is very, very important. We are not going to set any predefined conditions and tell that if you are facing this, give me this as output. If you are getting this, give me this as output. We are not setting any conditions. See, if we have like 10 to 20 conditions, we will be able to input manually and we can set the condition. But what happens when there are like millions and billions of conditions, set of conditions and logical statements are there? Everything we cannot try to input manually, right? So at that particular point of time, okay, when the data is large, when it is huge, we cannot try to rule based, we cannot try to make the model run. Okay, the only thing which can be done is the model has to learn itself by reading, by learning from the data. Okay, we will tell that this is the desired output which I have to get. So based on the data, it will try to learn, and when we test the data, it has to provide correct results. If it is not providing the correct results, then we have to provide more accurate and more genuine data to the model. Okay, and instead of fixed rules, that is what I was explaining. Fixed rules, the machine finds patterns in the data and updates itself. So this is very, very, very important, because this is how we humans, we have evolved through our past experiences, right? So we come across a certain bad experience or a very good experience, we try to remember, and if it is a bad, we do not want to repeat it again. So that is how we learn and we become more intelligent. In the same way, machines are also trying to learn from their past experiences, and they are trying to optimize from the recently obtained stats. You can say recent obtained statistics. It is trying to optimize, re-optimize itself, and it is trying to improve itself. Okay, it is called continuous improvement. So that we call it as a machine learning. And then inside the machine learning, we see there is a topic called a deep learning. Okay, so in deep learning is a subset of machine learning. It uses large amount of data and multiple layers. Okay, so when we are dealing with large amount of data, for sure our rule based model will not work. Okay, rule based model, we cannot set rules, predefined rules for each and every situation, or each and every for a thing we cannot be setting up the predefined rules. So in that way, for that particular when we are going to handle large amount of data and it has multiple layers like neural networks. Okay, so at this point in time, the deep learning, machine learning models will surely help us to get the desired results, and this is the most advanced one when we are comparing to the machine learning learning models. Okay, and the system can automatically learn complex patterns with the very little human intervention. Okay, so the human intervention will also reduce. The machine itself will try to learn the complex patterns inside each layer, and it will try to bring the best result. Okay, and it is most advanced form. Okay, so for example, we have face recognitions and voice assistants, right? So in face recognitions and voice assistants, they are using deep learning model. Okay, so once they train the model with the limited amount of data, and they will see if during the test time they will see if the model is producing the correct results. If not, they again and again they try to re-optimize the data, and they provide more correct information. And when correct result is, I mean, like when till then, till when it is getting trained, means till the expected results are obtained, the model is getting trained and trained again based on the recent data. Okay, so it does not look back to the past data, because from the past data it is not giving the correct result, right? So from the recent data it is trying to get fetch and train itself and try to give the desired results. Yeah, so today we talked about in this video we learned about AI, ML and deep learning. So in the next video we'll look into with example. I will try to explain you how rule based approach and learning based approach works. Yeah.